there everyone, it's Jenna. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing a bunch of antique shopping because we're long overdue for an antiquing video. So I figured we'd try some local spots here in the Phoenix area. And our first stop where we're at right now is Sweet Salvage. So this is one of my favorites, but they are only open once a month. So they'll do like themed markets. And right now it's April. So this is like their bloom themed market, which is super cute. So I'm meeting my friend Brandy here. And if you guys are unfamiliar with Brandy Jackson, she has this amazing YouTube channel. She's like one of my favorites. I've been following her for years. So if you don't already follow her, you should go check her channel out because I get so much inspiration from her videos. She's just really good at casually explaining her design choices and her fashion. And she also shares recipes. And I just really enjoy like watching her videos and just getting an insight into her style. And I've been following her for so long. It's actually funny because I started following her when I was back in North Carolina. And then when I moved back to Phoenix, I was like, we need to be friends. And now we're going antique shopping together. So I'm excited. You guys will probably see her in the video a little bit. So definitely go check out her channel. I will link it down below. But yeah, we're gonna go check out the Sweet Salvage Market first. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this place. This is gonna be so much fun. Oh, look who it is.
Let's shop.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is my dream. Like when I was in North Carolina, I would literally just watch Brandy's channel. I'd be like, we are in different cities. I just moved away and we would be the best antiquing buddies. And here we are. So I hope you guys enjoy and we're gonna go check out all these goodies. Look at this place. Like, are you kidding me? We're gonna be here for hours. I really like this smaller wooden vase. It's 34 bucks and I have a lot of like the larger ones, so I'd want a smaller one so it's pretty to kind of pair together, you know, for the repetition on somewhere like a shelf or whatever. Because right now I have one that's like twice the size of this, and then I have like one that's this size paired together. So it'd be nice to get a smaller one so you could have like a little bit of a smaller pair if I needed to. So
you don't see this size very often.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I'm like, oh my gosh, I want that.
And I like the idea of the three.
Oh, three. I didn't even think of that.
Because look, you have like a big one there and you can separate it too. So you have like the two small over here.
Oh, this is why it's so helpful to shop with you, because it's like, I didn't even think of three, but that makes total sense. And Brandy was saying too, she really likes this table.
Yeah, it's super. And this chest, like look at this chest back here.
Basically everything right here, we just love it.
Yeah, it's true. I like that. And you know what? This white paint, this like older, more dingy, for lack of a better word, you cannot replicate this. Right?
No, you can't.
It's so difficult.
Yeah.
You need time for this.
Exactly. It's real chippage right there, you guys.
Yes.
Look at all these little vintage seeds. You could frame something like this if you had like, I see a lot of people have potting stations. I think that'd be really cute to like frame these, and then you could have like your little seeds. And I don't know, I just like how this is all decorated with this rack here. I really like hanging like propagation things. So I think that'd be cute if you wanted to do like little clippings, and then you'd have this all covered in green in like a natural way. I don't know, I just think this is really cute. Okay, you guys, this setup is so cute. First of all, this table is my dream table. This is elmwood. So I always like stuff like this just because it helps to add that rustic character. And I love that it's actually kind of like sealed. It has like this wax on it, so you don't have to like freak out about rings, but it still has a nice overall tone to it. Like it's not too yellow. And then another thing that I really love is this little stand. I've been wanting one of these for my books. I think that this would look really pretty on like open shelving in a living room. And I want it to have dark wood specifically because I feel like it looks nice against like usually a lighter book with the white pages. So that'd be cute. And then you also could use it, you know, obviously for plates or maybe in a kitchen, but I just think that'd be cute for a little book stand. Okay, so speaking of chippy beautiful paint, look at this cabinet and how it's just like perfectly displayed with all this stuff. I found another one of those really cute little wooden vases. This one has handles on it, you guys. Like how cute is that? I've been getting so much more into like succulents and cacti now that we've moved to Arizona. But I feel like even if you don't live in Arizona, they can be really easy, like low maintenance greenery to add to your home. That's like real greenery. And like this is kind of a good example of that. Like, you know, the string of pearls, is that what that one's called? I think that's like a string of pearls, and like, you know, air plants. Like this would be so cute with some little air plants in it. I love that.
You know what else about succulents? I think that they're sometimes really hard to tell when they're real or fake.
Yes,
They
that's
do
a good
such
point.
a good job.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because these are all faux, I believe. See, we can't tell.
Looking at this from afar is you have like the white metal, you have wicker, you have that metal up there, you have the greenery and different woven textures. You have ceramic down here and wood. Like you can see so much at play.
Yes, and it's all spaced out so well.
It's so good.
You guys, like coming here is really great for obviously the incredible finds, but then there's just so much inspo in how everybody has their stuff styled.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys know I'm obsessed with like vintage elm wood and any kind of like distressed stool or bench. This one's $149. That's a good price. And this is a really pretty one, like the distressing on the top. These are great for, you know, if you have a little reading chair, but you want somewhere to put a coffee or just add some of that warmth in there with this like wood. It adds so much character. Every time I come here, they have these. So this could be a good spot if you are local to Phoenix and you're looking for something like that. Okay, you guys, I just love this cabinet with all of this beautiful hand-carved detail. I've been really into dark woods lately. I don't know, I feel like maybe it's a little bit more true to like that Spanish style that we're trying to achieve in our home. But this is such a statement piece, and you know, you put it in somewhere like a dining room or an entryway. $7.95. I like how there is like some like intricate carvings and stuff, but then everything else is just like this pretty simple distressed wood. So you have like some detail up here, but overall, you know, it's not like anything too ornate or crazy. Okay, I feel like everything I point out is just like old distressed wood, so sorry, but these are so cute. This is $12, and I don't know if you guys remember, but in our bathroom makeover, I had that vintage wall hook thing, and this would be something that you could easily just put a couple hooks in and put in an entryway, and it would give it a lot of character.
I feel like you could also just have these, and maybe you might think maybe that's not pretty at all, so let me know. But even just like above the toilet, having them side by side.
Ooh, yeah.
Like kind of like an art piece.
Yeah.
Or you could put these on like a wood panel or a canvas with some more texture, like some like linen, like ripped up linen. The vision in my head, it kind of sounds funny outside, but like even by itself on like your lime wash walls or your lime paint.
Like kind of just like a little tchotchke piece. You could even like work it into a gallery wall maybe, just for some like something different. I feel like that's the stuff that really makes your space look intentional and thought out.
Just interesting and like shows your personality.
Right. Which apparently my personality is distressed wood here.
Same.
Okay, I also love these little bricks. These are probably like old, I would think, I don't know. It says it's a planter, so maybe it was naturally a planter, but they remind me of like those old cinder block walls that someone like took apart. Do you think that's what those are?
So I wonder if they are. I wonder if you go to a nursery if you can find these.
Yeah, they look like they're salvaged from, you know, some sort of like architectural wall or something. I love terracotta, like anything that has like a chippy terracotta is my favorite.
And this, like when it starts to distress like that.
Yes, it looks just like it's been sitting in an old Spanish villa or something for years. I love it. Okay, I love these. I don't know, I know that they're from a certain type of cactus, but I don't know which kind. If I find out later, I can insert it here. If you guys know, let me know. I think these are so pretty on a shelf. Like they just bring that earthy element in, and they also have pretty texture. This is also cute for a little book stand. It's only $10, which I feel like is super good. I also like, you know, because for me, I obviously gravitate a lot towards like distressed woods and stuff. So sometimes I need to break that up with like a little contrast. And my second favorite thing is an iron detail. I don't know, maybe it's that Spanish style, but I think that looks so pretty. And this just has such unique lines on it. This crock is really cute for like pencils or brandy or paintbrushes. It's only $9.50.
That is, I love pottery, crocks, anything.
Right?
Yes.
This booth has good prices. I like it. I am a big fan of things that have like a nod to that Southwestern kind of style, but they're not like tacky. This might be on the border, but I don't know, maybe it's not tacky, but
I don't think it is.
A vintage camel footstool. I love this with the little studs on here. I just think that's so cute, and I love the tone of the wood. Brandy too just said that like on open shelving this would look really good, and I always forget about that because if you have like a big open shelf, something like this or larger scale, you need bigger pieces like this to fill it up. And sometimes it feels silly being like putting, like, I'm gonna get this to put on a shelf, but you really do sometimes need like a larger scale.
Yeah.
Saying, people ask all the time about shelf styling, and like, not saying that this is like styled perfectly, because obviously they're selling stuff, but this has a lot of little things on it, so it looks more cluttered. Whereas like if you fill something like this, these are big and chunky, that it fills out the space better and it looks like a lot more professionally styled.
I agree.
I don't know.
These are cool. These would look so pretty in your house.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, those would be so cool.
I love those. I'm pretty sure this is just a whole distressed wood and iron video.
You know what? Sometimes you're looking for certain things.
Yeah, true.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You just sometimes. It's
You're
that
right.
way.
Brandy's just pointing out everything that would go perfectly in my home, and she hits the nail on the head every time. It's only $24.
That's such a good price. And for 2 people, this is the size I think is so good, because you can make enough guac for the 2 of you.
Yeah.
But how you would season this is you take, and this one's old, so you want to clean it really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to take rice and you're just going to grind it till it's literally dust, and it's going to go in all of these little holes so that you can use it. But you first want to clean it really, really well. But I use my antiques. I think it's fine if you clean them really good and you season them good. They're totally fine. Or you could do, like, sometimes if I don't feel like doing that, I will buy this anyway and put like my garlic in here and like kind of decorate
like a cute
that
little
way.
display.
Yeah, like if you're like freaked out by that, you can just use it.
Honestly, I just love the look of it anyways.
know.
Like, just how kind of like chippy it is.
Yes.
Just that on like an open shelf in a kitchen or even on the countertop.
Yeah.
But I like that because you can still use it for your garlic or whatever.
And it makes sense.
Right.
Like, you know, like
Yeah.
you don't have to. It could just be decor in your kitchen. And it makes sense, but I thought this looked like Jenna's house.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with it. Also, I love these old vintage pillows with this simple stripe detail. Like, they have such pretty texture on them. And I like that they'd honestly go with, if you change your pillows out over the course of the year, they'd go with like holiday pillows or whatever. They're $58, but they're those like pretty Turkish kiln pillows. So pretty. This fish is kind of fun. I think if you had like maybe like a beach house or a more nautical setting for your home, it'd be cute to hang this on the wall. I don't know, it's like clearly like a jello mold, but it's just something different. I'm also loving this hand-painted ceramic ladle. $16. This mixed in with some wooden utensils would be kind of fun and unexpected and a little unique. Okay, so 2 things. This bookshelf is insane. This is like, I think it's vintage elmwood. Oh, gorgeous live edge shelf. So pretty. You guys, it's pieces like this. If you're renting or you just don't have like a DIY bone in your body, you can just literally put this on a wall and it instantly gives it character, and it's so easy. And then from there you can just style it beautiful and it's an instant statement piece. I just think it's so pretty with all of the distressed wood and all of the character that this has. I also really like this scalloped planter. This is only $42. At first I thought it was terracotta because of the coloring and the distressing, but it's actually wood, which I think is super cool. Okay, so it's a couple days later and we are now at Merchant Square. Shopping at Sweet Salvage with Brandy was seriously so much fun. She gets it and she just has so many good ideas, and it's funny because shopping with her, I want to buy everything. But unfortunately, she is not here with us today. I'm on my own today, but let me know if you guys want to see more videos of the 2 of us doing antique shopping together. So anyway, today we are at Merchant Square. So we're gonna go in there and check it out.
Straight cruising, headed for a bruising.
Okay, I've been looking for something like this to hang on our boring cinder block wall. I just think this would add some interest. The only thing is I don't love this thing. I wonder if you could take that off. But this would be pretty. You could maybe add like one more planter here and do some succulents or something. But you could also do like herbs like rosemary, basil, sage, stuff like that. I think that'd be really cute. I love the distressed wood. This is a cute little vintage bowl. Jeez, $68, yikes, but that is really cute. That'd be cute on some shelves, and I like the rustic glaze on it. That's really pretty. These serving platters are cute too if you had like little appetizers. I just love blue and white. I think it's so classic. This one's cute too. Looks like French plate. So cute. Just for like some little bruschetta or some appetizers or like cheese and crackers or something. I love that. This ladle is kind of cool, but $45 is a lot. It'd be cute kind of like hung on some hooks in a kitchen or something, just for like a little pop of warmth. Okay, look at this cute little elevated dog bowl. It's only $15, which I feel like is a good deal, but Kona would knock this over in 2 seconds. I just thought it was really cute with that silver pedestal. This is so cute. I love little hand-carved detail on the edges. Ooh, $95. I would get this if this wasn't so pricey. I just think that's so cute with the little handle detail. I love me a good distressed wood riser. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this serving platter. I am obsessed with this, with the scallop detail. This just looks like so French to me. Ugh, $82. I would get this again if this wasn't so expensive. I love this for serving like salads or like, you know, a little pasta. That's so pretty. Okay, so for some reason lately, I've really just been into the blue and white. I don't know, I just think it's so cute. $21, handmade pottery. This for some like little dips, like salsas or something. Vintage copper, this is so pretty. This is $80. These are so pretty to put on like open shelving in a kitchen to add some warmth and just like that lived in feel. Look at those iron details, that's really pretty. This booth has so many Crocs. Crocs are pretty pricey. Like this one's $175, $149. Like I noticed that at stores. These are something that if you can find them at the thrift store, get them. But they're pretty for things like you can use them as planters. I also love to use these during like Christmas time to pop a Christmas tree in, just to make it feel, you know, a little bit more styled and add that vintage element in there. They're also great for like umbrella holders or utensil Crocs even, if you get a smaller one. Okay, so it is wild. I feel like antiques are so much more expensive here than they were in North Carolina. Like I found things that I would love, I just wasn't willing to pay the price. But there was one piece that caught my eye. I was on my way out. I was like, well, I didn't find anything. I did a good job, you know, it was fun to look. And then I saw this stunning pottery crock with a lid. Like it was so beautiful. Like I told you guys that I'm really into the white and blue right now, and this was very clearly handmade, vintage, and I just loved the design on it. And it was in this like more southwesty type booth, and what made it hard for me was I wanted to buy it, but I have nowhere to put it, obviously, because it's more of like a display piece and we don't have our open shelves up in our kitchen yet. And I'm not sure if we're gonna do them because I think, you know, it looks really beautiful with just the hood on the wall. I'll insert a picture here of what it looks like right now. My original plan was to do open shelving there, but I'm kind of like going back and forth on it. And even if we do get to that, that's going to be later because we have to do the cabinets first, and then we also have to do the living room shelves and cabinets. But eventually I thought this would be so pretty to put out there because it kind of has like that Southwest vibe to it, but it also has like a French antiques vibe to it, and it's handmade. It was hand signed on the bottom. I just thought it was so pretty. So even though it was $50, which I felt like for that wasn't even that bad. So going through there and seeing all of those expensive things made me want to go run to the thrift store. So let's go check out some thrift stores and see what we can find there. Okay, so the first thing that I spotted was this solid wood bed frame, and this would be so pretty for that old world cottagey feel. I really liked the tone of the wood on this piece, and the fact that it was only $150 was such a good deal. I also saw this vintage inspired record player, and I've been seeing lots of designers use record players in shelf and console styling lately, and similar record players go for $150 while this one was only $25. And of course we had to search for some blue and white serveware. This little bowl bowl did have a chip on the corner, but it was only $3.50, and it would be perfect to use in shelf styling or look really pretty to serve pastas and salad in. Honestly, I didn't mind the chip. I felt like it gave it some character and just had that vintage lived-in feel to it. And since it's springtime, I've seen a lot of people hosting garden parties, so I thought this platter would be a perfect thing to collect if you host things like that. And when I was at Merchant Square, I also saw a vintage rolling pin for $37, and this one was only $2.50. And I like to style these in my utensil crocks. I just mix them in with my wooden utensils to give my space more of that like old world feel. And I really liked how this one had some cracks on the handle, so it looked old and distressed. I also love to search for handmade ceramics at thrift stores, and you'll know if it's handmade by if there's a hand-carved signature on the bottom of the piece. And this was a stenciled piece that someone probably used a piece of lace or something to get that pretty texture on the clay before they put it in the kiln. And this would be so cute for appetizers, or you could even hang it on a wall for decor. I also thought this little wooden birdhouse was so cute to add some charm to a garden. I like it as is with just the wood, but you could also paint it white and make the little shutters a pretty blue-gray, or I've even seen people go all out with moss and color when decorating these little houses. I think it would be a fun way to express some personality and add a whimsical feel to an outdoor space for $5. I also love to check out the pot and planter section because I like to collect little planters to use for propagating my plants or to give as gifts. I don't know what it is, but I feel like the thrift stores here are on fire. I always find something every time I walk in. So let me show you what I got. First, I found this really cute little ceramic bud vase. What I love about this is that it's actually sealed on the inside, so I can put water in here. And this was handmade, so somebody actually made this. And as someone who does ceramics, I really can appreciate this. So I like the rustic glaze on it and that it was simple. And I've been looking for vases that are this size to pair with like a larger vase. So this is perfect. I don't have a lot, and I like that this is neutral, but it still has kind of like a rustic look to it. And it was only $4.50, so I figured that was a good deal. I also got this little like air plant, faux plant, and this guy was $2.49. This is actually like an old threshold decor piece. The price tag is still on the bottom. It was $8, but what I got it for was the faux air plants because I figured at like $1.25 a piece, that was pretty good. I just like air plants and I love their coloring, so even though these are faux, they'll be nice, so I'll probably pluck them out of here, or I might just use this by itself just as a little styling piece. I like to use little styling pieces like that one I showed you in my recent bathroom makeover that are this size. Like things that are smaller look nice paired with things like soaps or candles or whatever, or they're nice to pop on a mantle, just something to add a little bit of extra greenery. So I figured that was good for $2.50. And then I don't really need this, but I thought it was so cute. This harvest basket, this guy was $6.50. So I might use this on our patio for when I clip things like lavender or roses or whatever. It also would be pretty on a shelf styled with some florals in it, or maybe on a bench or something like that. So we'll see. I just liked the tone of it. It looked like it has kind of like that faded vintage look. It's not too yellow, but it's also not too gray. It just like is that perfect kind of vintage basket color that's a little bit more neutral but still warm. I don't know. So that was a good one. And then I also forgot to show you guys, I got a necklace at the antique place and I forgot to show you, so let me get it. Okay, so this is the necklace I got. I've been looking for more like turquoise colored jewelry because I found a turquoise necklace at an antique shop back in North Carolina, and it's my favorite necklace. You guys probably seen me wear it in like every single video, and I got it for a couple dollars at an antique store, so I figured I would add to my collection. This guy was $3. Let me see if I can try it on to kind of show you guys how it looks. So you kind of have to use your imagination. Imagine I have a cute little black outfit on or something. I'm gonna have to invest in some more silver earrings. I feel like I have a lot of gold, but I'm kind of liking the silver lately, especially with the turquoise, so I'm gonna need to look for some earrings. But yeah, that's really it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed coming antiquing and thrifting with me. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help to support my channel, and make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any future home decor videos. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and be sure that you go subscribe to Brandy's channel if you haven't already. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.